ask you a question that I ask all of my clients at the beginning of the session, and that is, what is something that you love to do? And when I say you love to do, I mean that you love to do so much that the only reason why you stop is because you're absolutely exhausted. Otherwise, you'd go on indefinitely.
I think anything that allows me to be in a flow state, like editing a video, drawing something, cooking food, certain dishes, skateboarding, and feeling like the the wind on my face, swimming in the ocean, hiking.
Why would you say that you enjoy these things?
I think it
And
shuts off my brain and allows me to be present with the world and allows me to enjoy the creative parts. I think. Look, I think a lot of what I named feels creative to me. So it's like cooking or drawing or making some kind of art, or I don't know, even like when I'm out doing more physical things, it feels like creative or spiritual in that way. I don't know. I can't describe it. It
mm,
just gives me like a profound sense of joy.
mm,
Yeah. Oh, it's almost like I feel free. That's what it is. I feel very free in that moment. And like nothing is taking away my time. No one is telling me what to do.
mm.
There's like no, I need to go. This is like the only thing that matters right now is this very moment and the thing that I'm doing. And in some ways I feel like I'm able to mold a new world, whether creatively or I'm experiencing like the world, which I think is very important to me.
You said you've always been a very what?
Like adventurous kid,
Mm.
like always curious about the world around me. Um, and I always love to learn by doing.
You said that when you do these things that put you in flow, you feel freedom.
Yeah.
Um, can you elaborate on that? Like, do you ever feel like you're not free in other situations?
Oh, yeah. I feel like my brain is constantly like analyzing things all the
Mm,
time. And I think there's been moments in my life where I've analyzed way too much. Like I experience depression. And so how that shows up in my brain is that like you will just think very existential thoughts. And I feel
mm,
like the freedom to be present allows me to just appreciate life instead of like being in those states where I'm like, everything sucks, like there's no meaning to anything, like no one
mm,
cares about me. Like my brain, I know my brain has a tendency to do that, and I know there's a chemical reason behind that and stuff, and I've gotten a lot better at that. But I notice when I fill my life with those things I mentioned to you before, I feel a lot happier, and it kind of takes me out of the prison of my mind.
nice.
Yeah.
Actually, question: would you say that at your healthiest, that is you, like that freedom and that and it's actually like what's caging you is that
Mm.
mental process of like kind of like these depressive thoughts and things that like because most of the stuff that you like mentioned, like, oh, nobody likes me, and like you said, like that's like you feel like it's it's chemicals in your mind
Yeah.
and everything like that. Do you feel like like obviously if we're all operating at our best, then those types of chemicals aren't really like messing with us in that way?
Mhm.
Do you think that you like, if that were the case, then that freedom that you feel when you go out and you're being adventurous and all of that, that would be the actual true you? Or
Yes. I would say the true me is someone who appreciates being around people, groups of people, is able to move my body, incorporate movement, um, to do these like sensory things. Like I think that gives me a lot of joy. And I think like in my really tormented, like anxious states where I'm just kind of like, I like really feels like a mental prison. That is not me at my healthy. Like I just like a flashback. Oh my god, it's just like whenever I feel like I'm not homebody, but like being at home can really trigger like those like really those analytical thoughts. And that's why sometimes I don't like being home a lot, and I like being like out, because it can really get me out of that like existential kind of like thought processes.
Wow. Yeah, got you. No, that makes total sense.